Hello and welcome to Paper Tuesdays with Michael Dwyer and Marc helping today. We have our guests on the podcast there, Bríd, Browne and Aislinn, Keane. How's it going, folks?
Hi, Marc.
So, let's dig into this then, Michael.
Well, yeah. Are you alright, Marc?
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm alright.
So nervous.
What's going on now, Michael? Why do we have females in the vicinity?
I think it's the most Leo thing ever to say, let's have a double date and let's have cameras, microphones here, and let's just have the most public discussion ever.
I don't want to do
Is that
it.
a dig at
It's a
us?
double date. I didn't agree to this.
Yeah.
So,
Will we take a parish of the week, Marc,
We
to
will.
ease our tensions and ease us into this experience brought to us thanks to our Patreon supporters and Robbie Dunn and Shane Halpin. So our parish of the week, Marc, is Manchester because there was a great double date there recently. Last week, Love Island's Molly Smith and Callum Jones met up with former co-stars Paige Turley and Finn Tapp. They met at the Ivy and Molly, and I quote, teased a glimpse of her washboard abs. And Finn says that Paige will be his wife one day. And so with all this allure and fantasy and great glamour, it's no wonder that this double date has earned Manchester the title of Parish of the Week this week.
Well done, Manchester.
who were the people?
Did you
Mad
not
that
watch
they're still
Love
together.
Island?
Paige and Finn, they got together at the end of Love Island last year.
They were you liked
The
Paige.
one who went out with what's his name? Lewis
Lucy
Capaldi.
Capaldi, yeah,
that's
she's
right.
Scottish.
Yeah.
She was gas.
And the intro of Love Island, she was like, "I had a famous sex,"
Yeah.
and just kept talking about him the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was very natural.
Blonde.
Like she appealed to you because she was able to, she was very,
She didn't
Normal.
care. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Did you find that with her, Bríd?
Yeah, I liked her. She was a bit gas. It's mad that they're still together because you know the way they all
Yes.
break up when their contracts hit 6 months.
Oh.
So if they last longer than 6 months after the show ends,
It's real.
It's usually real. Like Molly May and Tommy. I do believe that's real.
Oh,
Tommy Fury.
interesting. Yeah.
So that was the year before, was it? Ivy?
No, they were all 1 year. They were all last year, weren't they?
Were they?
I don't
Was it
remember.
two
who
years
I
ago?
called.
Molly May
Yeah.
was a different year
Before
to Paige.
Paige and Finn?
Yeah.
I don't.
Shane is going
Really?
right on bandwagons
Yeah,
now.
you were rewatching them all, yeah.
Shane and Blue on bandwagons.
Yeah. And the other Callum and Molly, he was a bit boring. He was a
He was
bricklayer or
with
something. Plaster.
Yeah. Scaffolder.
Scaffolder.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a devil for the Love Island now. I enjoyed it.
No, you didn't. That's such
No,
a lie. You're like,
didn't I?
oh, this again.
This again.
Yeah, he says that because he has to, but then he actually
Maybe.
does
He's a
man.
enjoy it.
It's
Yeah.
a very male thing.
But then you do enjoy. I don't like this.
Yeah.
back
One
very
thing
soon.
I did love
Yeah.
was 90 Day Fiancé. I
Yeah.
adored
Big
that.
Ed. Big Ed season.
Oh yeah, we were talking about this
Oh, yeah.
the God actually, weren't we? Yeah,
Probably.
Big Ed. You
You
knew
didn't
Big
see-
Ed. I
yeah,
didn't know. I
no.
was more into that Russian one. She was really
And
controlling
Fisa.
and yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
she had a grasp on the man. Which I know he's
Well,
in prison, isn't
No,
he?
he's in prison
Yeah,
trying to keep up with her high life.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Is
Fascinating
this
program.
the fella, the older man, who she wouldn't come back over to him, was it? Or he
No.
didn't know she was real or something?
No, that was the Big Ed season. He
Was
was
it?
really old. He was creepy. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
American
yeah.
and she was she was Russian.
Slovakian or Ukrainian.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
blonde. What's her name? Yeah, he was weird.
But she did turn out to be real, wasn't it? And they sort of suspected that she wasn't.
Yeah.
Or something,
Ah.
because she wouldn't meet up with him. And he was sending her money the whole time. Money
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
going on years.
years.
I love the human nature of 90 Day Fiancé because like it's just gas and it seems so natural, even though it probably is scripted.
It's the most
Oh, it's
unnatural thing in the world.
Heavily edited, Michael.
Oh right.
Yeah.
But leave me with this false image of like natural television taking place. But do you remember that one with the Egyptian fella? And he's
Yes.
like, no, I don't like this, or
We don't hold hands
it's not
in
in my culture.
Yeah.
We don't kiss in my
And he
culture. We
just
don't hold
didn't
hands.
have any interest in her at all.
Yeah.
And yet, it continued. Like, it was just,
They're not together anymore, though, I don't think.
yeah, not surprised though. But yet that
Yeah,
woman,
shocker.
you still have the heartbreak of her and, you have to experience that and it brings you everywhere. That's
Did
what
you
I
see
liked about it.
the older blonde woman as well from Vegas, and she got with the young, like 20-something Nigerian
Oh,
man.
the rapper.
Yeah, the rapper. He was
Soulja Boy.
famous in
Oh,
Nigeria.
Soulja Boy, yeah.
Yeah, and he wrote her a song and all. It was so funny. And he brought her to nightclubs in Nigeria.
Did they stay together?
No.
I don't
My baby love, and he
think
called her my baby love.
Yeah. Definitely didn't give a shit about her. Going on to the green card.
All his
It's all
friends.
those
That's
three
what they
times.
all want, in fairness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that elusive one. But do you remember the Dutch one as well? I'm sure we
Oh,
could
yeah.
just spend this podcast regaling tales of 90 Day Fiancé. But ye actually have a mutual love for that program, the
The
autism.
Undateables.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And don't know what you can say about that.
I see a lot of myself. I see a lot of myself.
Well, you're just very talented at recounting lines from it. You just go back and forth. When we were Kiora, that's what you did.
Yeah, we did.
That's what it was like.
You're gonna get into trouble.
Yeah. No, we're not. I've said enough bad things anyway. But like those shows, are they morally correct?
Ooh,
Because it
now we're hurting.
is it poking fun at autistic people?
For the sake of entertainment.
It is entertainment.
Yeah.
What do you think, Aislinn? Given your background as an ID nurse?
I don't know. I kind of agree with Mark. I don't think it's, you're kind of watching it and you're like, this is great, but you're like, oh.
Isn't there a fine line though? When are they enjoying themselves?
Well, I think they are.
It's very endearing.
Yeah.
The show to watch. What's the other one? Love on the Spectrum.
Love on the Spectrum
Yeah.
is different.
That
was-
Yeah, that was really
good,
nice.
What was
Yeah.
the man? Michael, was it, that wore the suit?
Yeah.
That's right,
It's like,
yeah.
my only goal in life is to be a husband.
So cute.
That's
Very
right.
professional. But the parents are gas.
The parents are great. The
so,
parents,
Yeah.
even in that other show the other day, it was wasn't the parents are very kind of.
Yeah.
they love
Oh, the
each
parents were
other.
amazing in
Yeah.
it. Yeah, they were.
You have to have some patience for that, though.
Yeah.
certainly.
Fair play to them.
We're taking out an article. What else have we got here? Ah, yes, drinking. This comes from Robbie Dunn. Thanks, Robbie. It's from the Irish Times as well. The UK and Ireland were the only EU countries where drinking didn't fall during the pandemic. Now,
Shocker.
that was an interesting headline, but what I found more interesting when we got into it was that the research also suggested that alcohol may have been used by the UK and Ireland as a coping strategy in dealing with the pandemic.
Shocker.
Discuss.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think? All right.
It's a
May
coping
have
strategy
been
to live in
for
here.
everything.
I've
yeah.
been drunk for 18 months.
For everything. So you
Sad
think-
drink, happy drink,
Yeah.
celebrate drink.
Boring drink.
Yeah.
right.
Nothing else to do drink.
Well, the weather is bad here most of the year, like, so there's not much stuff to do. It is a coping
Whether
mechanism,
bad,
you know.
drink. Whether
Yeah.
good,
Is it
drink.
Love gory.
But-
It's embedded in our culture, sure, isn't it? The drinking, like, I think, are we the only country really that as soon as you hear it and you're a foreigner, you think of alcohol,
Guinness.
Guinness,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Whiskey.
whiskey, you know.
Yeah. But like, why can the French get away with it? Because they have wine in the middle of the day and they can have it with their meal, and we
'Cause they don't go overboard.
alcoholics.
Decorum.
They don't go overboard. And
Decorum.
Yeah.
They like their
They're
drinking
classy.
age is
We're
lower.
not.
Their drinking
Sorry?
age is lower as well, isn't it? So they kind of ease the children in, like, to have a glass of wine with their dinner.
Yeah.
And that sets the tone for it. Whereas here it's kind of like, no, you're not allowed to drink because look what happened to your uncle. And then when they're 18 and they're allowed to drink, then they go fucking off the wall, like, you know.
Right.
Yeah, it's just the same with everything in Ireland, like,
Ooh.
isn't it?
Well,
Just don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, and you just do it until you just do it in secret until you're of age, and then you do it anyway.
you poison yourself with it.
You do it because you're not supposed to do it. It's all taboo.
Culture.
Yeah.
Fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's something else in this article there. There was the high income participants reported the largest reductions in alcohol if they weren't in financial distress. So that I found that interesting because now at the moment we've introduced minimum alcohol pricing, but like, is that really going to affect it when it's the high income ones who are able to say reduce their alcohol intake?
Yeah.
You know, so it's just interesting to think of class and alcohol. I don't know.
Well,
And then
what was that? Sorry.
it was that the high income participants in the study
Yeah.
reported the largest reductions if they weren't in financial distress. So if you were financially comfortable
Yeah.
and you were high income, you're most likely to reduce your alcohol intake.
Yeah.
So it's I suppose
It's
the
only the
relationship.
poor just keep getting poorer, but they'll keep drinking.
Yeah.
So you're only hitting people.
Yeah, and
At
we
the
see
bottom
that a
again.
lot, don't we? Like when you think
Yeah.
of smoking, like, you know, that every year that's a guarantee in the
Yeah,
budget.
another 50 cent.
And yet who are smokers? You know, it's normally going to be the low income.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's not true either.
Is it not?
No.
Okay.
Okay, you're right.
Rich people smoke too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
I think it is people who are in like more distress or like financial stress are under more pressure and tend to be drinkers and smokers more. Not all, like that's not stereotyping. It's just probably
But then there's probably like, if you look at the population, they like the real like cool age to smoke is like 17, 18.
Yeah.
And if you look at that, like,
they're low earners as well.
yeah.
When we were on Italian exchange, the lad I was there with, Samuele Pesci, shout out Samuele, he was drinking away, but if the father found out that he was smoking, well, my goodness me, but he was smoking all the time. So, but he would have had the wrath of his father. So very
They love it though. don't they,
You're
the
after
Italians?
ratting them out there, Michael.
Samuela, namaste. Sorry, but actually, speaking of Samuela, the largest average decreases were in the countries including Albania, Finland, Greece, Italy, Slovakia, and Spain. So a random mix of countries there. But look, I suppose it's only one study, and it's just a very interesting article. I suppose the fact that the UK and Ireland share something in common, how much we share with our nearest neighbour.
Yeah.
Yes, so let's sit with that now. Here, Mark, you got stung by a jellyfish.
Got stung by a jellyfish yesterday.
Where?
On the hand.
Right.
Down in the beach at Kilpatrick.
Right.
I went down for a swim and I didn't realise till I got out that I was stung.
Oh.
And do you remember encountering
you
anything
didn't
in the
realise.
water?
I didn't see anything.
Didn't see anything? You didn't feel anything?
I didn't feel anything. Like,
You were violated?
I was violated.
Oh my God.
I didn't even know about it.
Oh dear. This is a moral dilemma.
A moral dilemma. But it's the first time I ever got stung by a jellyfish, so I was actually happy it happened. So now it's out of the way.
Yeah, because he was freaked and Donegal. He saw it.
I saw a jellyfish and I got out.
Had to get out of sea.
Obviously.
But
He's going to have friends.
talk us through it. When you got out of the water, were you in pain?
A little bit. It was.
And tell us how you really feel.
Huh?
Michael, talk about an inquisition. You're like,
Inquisition.
Yeah.
No, but
I'm not lying.
Prove it.
No, but is it a stingy pain? Is it like
It's
what
like a
does jellyfish
burn,
sting?
a small burn. It's like,
Is that it?
yeah, it's like a nettle sting. It looks like a spider bite. But I don't know, it wasn't one of the bad ones. But apparently we do get box jellyfish around here sometimes, and they are bad ones. You have to stay away from them. And I didn't pee on it.
No.
Bríd did.
So
Bríd
what?
did. No, she didn't.
That was just for fun.
It's early in the day for that, though, isn't it?
I didn't pee on it. I didn't pee on it. Fuck's sake, all my siblings watch this.
And a shout out to your mother, whose birthday was it?
Happy birthday,
Happy
Shiv.
birthday to you. What did you get her?
I got her flowers.
Oh.
I got her, she really wanted mop heads.
Oh,
Got her mop
classic.
heads, she was buzzing.
Yeah.
Got her a candle, got her some chocolates
That's right.
and licorice.
Yeah. Did you get her into the bar?
I did.
He did.
Oh,
I got her chocolates. Oh, shit. Yeah, I got her
think
chocolates.
So. Are you
She was buzzing.
cute? Well, I have something in my pocket here. 1 second now.
Oh, I've played this game before.
1 second, wrong pocket.
Jesus, how much stuff are you playing?
I
Always.
just realised now.
In Mary Poppins handbag.
So many tissues.
Yes, these are what I
yeah.
have. My crystals. I just
Oh.
thought I'd
Oh,
bring them in
yay.
as a show and tell gift. So this one here is black and this one here is white. And if you just give them a rub, they're meant to give you properties that are positive.
She also made that candle behind it there.
Oh,
No
stop.
way.
Yeah,
I
smell
did.
it.
I did. I put some.
Ashton, you were big
Sense
into
into
going
that.
to do this, weren't
Yeah, I was kind of one of my notions that
you?
never happened.
You started doing it.
No, I didn't.
You looked into it a little, like
I cut a candle down at home and melted it because
that was
it
it.
couldn't be burnt anymore.
What's in this breed?
Wax. A
A
lot of
wick.
colouring.
There's
And then I
a
put
smell.
some. I have like not incense. What do they call those little droplets?
I'm getting
Aroma,
citrus.
aromatherapy oils into it.
I'm getting citrusy flavours.
Yeah, you could be right.
Right.
I really ruined one of the jugs in the house.
Do you want
It's
to
like
touch that?
dyed yellow now.
What do your
Oh.
crystals represent, Michael?
I can't remember.
Opalite is the black one, I think, and then
Yeah.
the other one is quartz. It's a crystal quartz, is it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Where-
I'd say it's a quartz.
Where
You're supposed to have 4. I gave you 4.
Yeah, the other two were in the car.
Oh, okay.
It was a bit of a rush. What do crystals? Where is the origin of their healing properties, Bríd?
Oh, Jesus, who knows? I got crystals when I was really little. I only realised recently I've been collecting them since I was probably like 7 or 8. And Dad brought me down to Hook Head and they were selling them in the shop down there and I thought they were pretty. So I had like a few, and I remember seeing the little thing and it was like, these are good for headaches. And I remember bringing it home and like rubbing it on my head if I had a headache, but that's not what they are. So I have a load. I have a big collection of them now, but
Oh, do you rub them?
I haven't even, you're supposed to like leave them out under a full moon to charge up.
You forgot
haven't
to
been
do that.
charging.
I've never charged mine. I'm
I'm
afraid someone will rob them if I leave them outside. They're not gonna do that. No, I've never charged them. I just kind of leave them in my room in my little like spiritual corner, and they can't hurt.
They're only
They
some.
probably don't fix anything, but they can't do any harm. Do you know?
I like that. Now I'm whispering.
They are tranquility. That was the tranquility
That's why
set.
I whisper.
Yeah,
Tranquility.
I got Marc happiness ones, and I got those. They were tranquility.
And you were very insisting on it. And that's
Was
what,
I?
Yeah, but I was very glad of it because I didn't really want to take them at the time, but then
It was
I
also
kind of-
probably
It
3
was
the
bottles of
second
wine in
time-
as well.
Yeah, but it was when you said the second time, I was, oh sure, look, what as you say, what harm could they do? And you know,
Oh yeah, there's no black
harm.
magic with it.
No harm. No black
No,
magic.
no.
She's not a witch.
No, not a bad witch
We
anyway.
wouldn't have a witch on paper
White
Tuesdays. No.
Not again.
Mark, you had Brynner today. Can we please talk about this? I'm not sure if we'll agree with it.
Brynner?
Yes.
I don't know if I agree with it or it agreed with me either. I fallen asleep a bit afterwards. But I had a roast dinner at 10:30 this morning.
Yeah, what triggered it?
It was yesterday's roast dinner, but I wasn't here yesterday. I was over the match and then I went to Anchor, so I didn't get to eat then, so I had it for breakfast this morning.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. Like, I'm sure you have porridge in the house. Like,
we do.
I had dinner as well. I had half a Katie Daly's house pasta.
I'm sorry.
Breakfast.
Are you all right? We're getting
Means
very
to them.
judgy, but like, yeah. So it's not a tactic. It's not because you're bulking at the moment or anything like that.
No, nothing like that. It was
No.
merely out of leisure, I suppose.
Leisure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're really living life 365 today. You had half a pint outside the Anchor this morning as well.
Yeah, that was a joke. I didn't do that.
Oh, you didn't.
Aislinn, can I ask you a question?
Oh, great.
Yes.
Take Michael's seat here
Yeah.
now. So, what is it like being Michael Dwyer's girlfriend?
Oh wow.
Oh God. You have to be like a therapist and a confidant and probably not very mentally well yourself to put up with them. But yeah, you wouldn't have it any other way.
And have you noticed a difference in Michael between when you first got together and now
Yes,
in terms of
huge.
his spiritual development? Because over the past
Oh.
years he has got leaned more into that. Like,
You were probably more like staunch religious at the beginning, but now you're kind of more open into alternative stones. Yeah, no, you've probably kind of mellowed out a bit, I'd say.
So, have I changed in the past 6 years in
Oh,
general? Yeah, that's mad, isn't it? Human beings change, and
It'd be weird if you
in 6
hadn't.
years. All your cells in
Yeah.
your body change over the course of 7 years.
Nice.
wow,
You're
You're
physically
nearly a
a new
new
man.
person.
that's great.
Different person.
It was actually very funny, Aislinn.
great.
Yeah, this is very intimate to be sharing with you, but you're worth it, aren't you, Mr. or Mrs. Paper Juice? Do you remember when we were only a few months together, and I said, you know what, Aislinn, you make me believe in myself more, and at the same time, I had exams coming up, and you had written a card that same day,
Okay.
and you had written on it, do you know, life would be better, Michael, if you actually believed in yourself more and had more confidence in yourself. And it was so coincidental, like that, because like I hadn't read the card yet, and she had left
You already wrote
that.
that.
Yeah, so that's definitely something that I've gained from our
I'm a
relationship.
poet and I didn't even know it.
Yeah, yeah, at pivotal moments. So there you are.
That's beautiful.
Very thought-provoking questions, Marc Halpin.
Thank you. I'm learning.
You're finally learning to podcast.
Yeah, I love how, you know, it's developed in a very authentic way, your relationship. No, but like, you know, it's not. It's more like you've asked about the meaning of dreams, and you know, it's.
Yeah.
That was how you started talking in the first place, wasn't it?
The podcast was the first, I think.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but
when it
like
came
then you were texting about, oh, I had this
Sliding
dream
into
about
each
X,
other's
Y, or Z,
DMs.
and
Yeah, I gave out to her for eating a chicken breast covered in potato. I
That
think
was-
it was one of the first messages
Yeah, that
I
was.
said.
I went back the other night to see what it was. That was it.
Mm.
My mom makes potato chicken. It's like a family recipe.
She started it.
No, my granny started it.
No way.
My granny on my dad's side started making it, and then my auntie on my dad's side makes it, and then my mom used to make it for us, and she kind of didn't do it for years, and then she brought it back recently, and I started making it then in Dublin last summer for all the barbecues, and it is, guys, it's the nicest thing you've ever had. I'll make it for you.
It
It's
looks
crispy, is it?
It's like you marinate. It's disgusting. I have a TikTok about it. There's you marinate the chicken breasts in ketchup, and then you roll it. It sounds like a joke. You roll it in potato. You bake it in the oven, and it is the nicest thing you'll ever eat.
and she dips it in red sauce.
That's ketchup. You roll it in the
That's the
ketchup.
twist, alright, isn't
But
it?
it doesn't taste like ketchup.
Doesn't
It just tastes like
seem very
marinated
upset.
chicken.
It is wrong.
I don't
Some
know,
people,
like
yeah, some people
you
don't
can
like
you
ketchup.
can marry the two, but then when you have that third element, it's kind
The
of
red
I
sauce.
don't know, it's a bit.
Doesn't taste like
Flavoured.
potato or ketchup, but like crisps and chicken, that's not to like.
But like people put crisps on top of a pasta bake.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
You don't dip your chip crisps in red sauce though.
Some people do.
depends what you're
Some
into.
people do.
Ooh, there you go. You get crisp with your chicken
Shane is
fillet roll.
shaking his head and
Yeah.
Shane will love it. I'm going to make it for
I-
you. You're
I'm
going to
not
love it.
red sauce, really.
Oh, really?
Oh, right.
Well, we just won't let you watch the prep because the prep is a bit
Honestly,
gross.
although I say it does sound nice.
Yeah. I'd like to try it with the red Doritos, I think.
That might actually be up better, I think.
Everyone I've made try it has said it's nicer than they thought it was going to be.
What was your favourite moment of your holiday to Donegal?
Which day? What were we doing the day I kept saying I was having the best day of my life?
Oh,
Just
I don't
driving
know.
around.
Yeah, I don't think we done much that day. There wasn't much to do really, apart from just fucking relax, be there, I suppose.
Yeah.
Either.
I love swimming in the sea up there.
It's a lot different. The Atlantic is very clear and it's cold.
Much colder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You love the clarity of the water, though. It's beautiful, isn't it, to
Yeah.
see it?
I'm going to that beach my whole life. Like I'm going there 3 times a year for 26 years. So every time you go back, it's like a different. You appreciate things a bit more when you're an adult. I think
That's interesting.
that you used to like. There's pictures of me sitting on the same rock in my togs as like a 7-year-old, and then I was there as an adult doing it again. It's a bit weird. It was cool.
I was only reading a hippy dippy Instagram post yesterday about how if you return to the same place in nature to see how you develop and change and then engage with
Yeah.
the nature around you, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
No man crosses the same river twice because he's not the same man and it's not the same river.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
There you go.
Nice.
Another river related.
My life is a proverb.
Another river related one was I think it might be stoke related. It's easier to cross a river at its source than later on in the river's journey. So you're better off dealing with a problem
Nipping it in the bud.
that's coming up. Yeah, nipping it in the bud, exactly. But it's very visual. You can easily imagine crossing a tiny little stream versus no, you wouldn't cross a river in its more mature stage.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I like that.
yeah, it's a good analogy, isn't it?
Yeah. We should all get matching tattoos.
Ooh,
Rivers.
Where?
rivers.
Rivers, yeah.
Have you buried the box yet, Mark?
No, I haven't. I still need to do that. So I might as well
Actually,
announce
it's a
it
good
here.
time to.
I haven't
Yeah.
announced it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of paper. I'm going to write a word on that piece of paper. I'm going to put that piece of paper in a box. I'm going to go up to Croken. I'm going to bury that box somewhere in Croken.
This was going to be our third date.
If you find that box, I will get whatever word you want tattooed on me, on my arse. Specifically on my arse. But if you have to text me the word that's written on that piece of paper in that box on Croken.
I'll have to pick the word.
What word?
Yeah, Bríd will pick the word. I'm not going to give him the word, Michael.
No, I appreciate that. No. What word would you like people to get tattooed on you?
Tattooed on me. Well, it doesn't have to be a word. It can be an image,
A symbol?
a symbol. But I imagine it won't be something I want if the person is going to get the ticket.
Okay.
What is the one from The Office? Nerd dog.
Nerd dog, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. But, yeah.
If Bríd gets it, it could be the bandwagon's logo. Or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Gosh, imagine.
My
The
handprint.
Bitmoji thing.
The bit
Or
more.
Bitmoji, the bandwagon joke.
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
I can do use a version of that.
What?
I'll make use a version of it.
Oh, we look
Right,
great,
nice.
wouldn't we?
Well,
Get
you
the
weren't
pic-
very excited, so fuck.
No,
I'll make Robbie and Shane one.
Get the Bitcoin symbol.
Yeah.
I like that.
Elon Musk's child's name on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ex mayor.
Yeah. What else we got here?
It's time for my surprise yet.
I'll go on.
Okay, let's pick the vibes up, guys.
Oh,
We thought we were going to surprise you with Mr. and Mrs. quiz to see how well you knew each other, but then it hit me yesterday that we actually have 2 people in the room that know Michael Dwyer very well, and that is Marc and Aislinn. So I have written a quiz, and the quiz is how well do you know Michael Dwyer? So there's 10 questions. These are actually my Leaving Cert highlighters because I had to prepare for this in my child's bedroom last night.
Bríd is really good at colour coordinating stuff. I saw her itinerary and I'm still blown away by it, to be honest.
I'm very organised.
Yeah, still think about it. Go to bed thinking.
And Michael, you don't have to answer any of these, but I think they're fine. But
Awkward if
obviously you
Mark
have
wins this.
the right to
Sorry,
refuse.
I touched the
Don't be
microphone, sorry.
cheating.
I'm sorry. I didn't
He doesn't know any of these.
All right.
Okay, are you ready? So you're right. There's 10 pieces of paper. There's 10
So
questions.
you want us
write
to-
your answer big so the camera can see. you.
Okay.
Wow.
And maybe
Very
this
interactive.
way.
Right and sideways.
And then I'm gonna ask you a
Right,
question.
sideways.
They're gonna write their answers down. Then you're gonna reveal the real answer, and then we're gonna see what they guessed.
Right. I better write down my answer.
No, you're just gonna say it out loud.
Oh, right.
We're just making sure they don't cheat. Okay. First question. What is Michael's confirmation name?
Oh my gosh.
No cheating, no cheating.
I actually don't even know this.
Do you not? It's very typical. It's not very.
That is not a saint.
Oh God, I don't know.
It's
I
very.
actually don't know.
Guess.
It's very unimaginative. Please guess. Yeah.
Michael.
Michael Dwyer.
Michael Dwyer. Are you calling?
Okay, no, Michael's going to tell us what it is now.
Oh, you don't have an answer?
No, I'm the quizmaster.
Oh, good woman. Okay. Oh, do you not want to get them to
You know,
reveal?
you call out and then
No,
we'll
you
see
tell
if
us
we have
because we
it.
don't want them to cheat.
Okay. Enda.
Oh shit! Yeah, I did know that. Oh,
Nice.
That's true.
Oh, I have a
Patrick
bit
was
of
a
a
good
Nigel,
guess.
all right.
Nigel is not a saint, though. Is he?
Nigel Thornberry. He's a saint.
Who's he?
The patron saint of jungles.
No, he's not. He's a Nickelodeon cartoon. Fanula's boyfriend is the absolute head of him.
Oh.
Um,
Shout out to Fanula's
Shout out
boyfriend.
Fanula's boyfriend, Keane.
Shout out Nigel
Namaste.
Thornberry.
How many points did Michael get in his leaving cert?
Oh, Janie Mac. No, you're spot on. Sorry.
No cheating, no cheating.
Oh, cheating. Apologies.
Okay, Michael, what did you get?
560.
Oh, I lowballed.
I know that.
That's one for Aislinn.
Hello, Ash.
I'm just going to A.
he
Okay.
also disputed his leaving cert results.
That's right.
Yeah,
I had
to get that.
I
All the
appealed
best to you.
history one to get one. Yeah, that's right.
Congratulations on your good leaving cert result. I didn't know that.
I'd say this is
That
the
was very
first
good.
time since the leaving cert that this is
Never been
that's our
asked.
first time that actually mattered. So this is a shout out to all those doing the leaving cert at the moment.
Yeah, it
That-
doesn't matter, damn.
Yeah, it doesn't.
No, it'll
Um,
matter when they're on a podcast in 5
Yeah,
6
bear it in
years.
mind actually. Yeah.
what is Michael's favourite brand of kombucha?
Ooh,
Oh, I don't know the
this
name
is
of it.
competitive.
Oh, wait.
Um,
See, it depends because I know what one he buys the most, but I think I know what.
No
what
cheating, no
flavour.
looking at him. You can both read him so well, I don't just cheating. I have absolutely taken over your podcast.
Forgotten how to spell
well,
kombucha.
that's what we wanted, Bríd. Wanted the ladies
You
to
knew
take
what
off.
you were getting.
It's like, you know, when at the start of the pandemic we did a
clapped
clap
for
for
the
the
front
NHS
line.
heroes, so now we're clapping to the women behind the Paper Tuesdays.
I don't
We
like
just
that.
miss it. You don't like that?
That's a bit
Wait.
patronising.
You also live in Ireland and it's the
Clap
HSE,
for the
not
women.
NHS.
Apologies, but we've robbed.
I think aren't they all lovely? Sure, they all have lovely bottoms.
Next we have
Okay.
the sandwich competition.
Michael, what is your favourite brand of kombucha?
I'm going for the French one. I think it's, what is it actually called?
The one in the long bottle.
The one, the long bottle in Dunn Stores, and it's a French one.
I don't know what it's called, but I said the fancy ones from Dunn Stores and Cornwall Squares.
What did you go for? Captain Kombucha. Well, that is the OG Marc Halpin, because
No
that's
one
where
for
we, Bridgewater Shopping Centre, overlooking the shopping centre,
Mm.
the three of us sipping on Captain Kombuchas in the middle of
Horrible
a Saturday
stuff.
afternoon.
Absolutely disgusting.
Violent.
Beautiful.
It was peak Arklow.
Peak Arto. Peak
Okay.
boom Arto.
We're getting a bit
Bit of
deep
an
with this
oceany
one. What is Michael's proudest achievement?
Oh, gee, man.
Oh.
Silence is always great for a podcast.
Fits in perfectly, yeah.
There's a lot of deep thinking going on.
Well, I'm looking forward to your answers, because I'm not sure.
Well, you have to go first.
Proudest achievement.
Oh, I do.
It's good to reflect on these things, I think.
It is.
Did you just see mine?
No.
No.
Okay,
Oh,
Michael, what is it?
That's I'm a bit. I don't know. I'm going to pick a random one. I suppose because it's more recent, but I really enjoyed doing the old dinners for the pandemic, and I like doing that.
Boring.
Boring. What
Oh,
did you say,
sorry.
Ash?
I said finally getting planning permission.
Ah, congrats.
That was a
more
proud
personal one.
achievement.
Yeah. What did you go for?
Say it out loud for the
Most
podcast
improved
listeners.
footballer 5th year.
Yeah, 50 years.
So no one got that.
What a random one.
If Michael won the lotto, what's the first thing he'd buy?
Oh, Jenny Mac.
We were talking about this. But
We
you
did.
never
I think we
actually-
talked about this in Donegal.
Yeah.
I never said what I do first, though.
No.
Well,
I think everyone
First
else
thing
said what they do first, but I don't think you actually said it.
I'm going to go with a practical one. I think that's
Trying not to give anything away.
So it's the first thing you do or buy?
First thing you'd buy. What's the first thing you'd
I
buy?
have to buy something. Thank you, Mark.
Michael won the lotto.
Oh.
What's the
Did you
first thing
say
you'd
that?
buy?
No, sorry. What's the first thing I'd buy? Come on, Michael. Chop, chop.
I don't know what.
Michael doesn't even know Michael Dwyer that well.
I don't think I'd actually buy something quick. It'd be a while till I buy
Okay,
something.
what's the first thing you do with the money?
Okay,
You don't
let's
have to
go with
say
that, please.
something.
Thank you.
Okay.
I made the rules. I can literally change them willy-nilly. I don't know why I was being so
Embrace
strict.
Embrace it.
Okay.
ASMR, these highlighters.
does
Robbie's
ASMR
loving
mean?
it.
What does ASMR mean?
It's like the tingly feeling you get when you hear a noise you really like.
Oh.
It's like
What
it's a
does
big
it stand for?
YouTube sensation. Auto
Auto
Muscular.
sensory.
memorabilia.
No,
Memorabilia.
ASMR response.
We should do gory versions.
It's like people that eat food or like whisper.
Okay.
We did an episode on bandwagons on it, guys.
Shout out bandwagons.
Tune in.
Namaste, bandwagons.
It wasn't very good, I don't think.
So I
what's
would
the first
pay
thing
off
you
my
do?
mortgage first.
I said house, and then I said car, but then I rubbed out the house, and now I went back to the house.
There you are.
I just realised you don't even need money for what mine was.
Form his own religion.
I think like you buy a
leader.
church.
You can do that for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can
What are we waiting for?
All you need is a woods and poison.
Jordan Peterson wanted to do that 10 years ago. But sorry, not the woods or the poison bit, but he wanted to start his own religion.
Did he?
It kind of has. Kind
We're starting Halpinism.
Alpinism.
Yeah.
Where does it start? Brenner?
Brenner, it starts with Brenner.
It's induction
You do day
with
backwards.
jellyfish sting.
Yeah.
Jellyfish thing, and then bad tattoos.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 6. We're halfway there. Who is Michael's dream dinner party guest?
Ooh. Yeah. Right.
Dinner
I'm ready.
party guest.
I'll wait for these now.
This is spelled so wrong.
Okay, Michael, go for it.
Joe Rogan.
Fuck it.
Oh.
I asked him this last week and you were there.
Well, yeah,
Well, it
that
was
was
a
my
stream
ideal.
podcast guest.
Yeah.
That was the original question. But
Jordan Peterson. Yeah, I take him
All
as well,
good.
Mark Habban.
Micheál
Yeah,
Murhertig.
One day, yes. He'd be a great podcast, wouldn't he?
he
Shout out
would.
Micheál.
He'd probably do it.
Yeah, I think so. Like, sure.
I bumped into him one day by accident.
Did
and
you?
I was walking onto DCU in front of the Helix, you know, that little like circle
yeah.
bit. And a man, I don't think college was even on, and I had my headphones in, and I was in La La Land, and a man came up to me and he was like, "Sorry, do you know where that car park is?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm a big fan." I'm not a big fan, but I was like, "I'm a Gaeilgeoir," and then he started talking to me in Irish,
Yeah.
and I showed him where the car park was.
I met him outside Crow Park a few years ago, and I said, "Oh, do you remember you opened the complex 10 years ago, and we had dinner together?" And he goes, and I said something like, "When I was a young lad," and he said, "Well, you're still a young lad."
He's a lovely man.
Yeah.
What is Michael's spirit animal?
Ooh. Very interesting. Gone very zodiac traditional there. That's a clue. Big clue.
Don't be giving clues. Right, go on.
Yeah, I'm going with goat.
Oh.
I wasn't too far off.
No, you were close.
What'd you say?
I need to start reading out these answers.
Yeah,
Alpaca.
yeah.
I said a koala.
Listening will be like,
Koala, yeah.
There's a bit of me in both of them, all right, guys.
Shout out to our koala that died.
Yes, David Alpara. Namaste.
Yeah.
Stay RIP.
force him out. What is Michael's favorite thing about himself?
Ooh.
Can be physical or like a characteristic or whatever. I'd accept anything. You're acting the bollocks. Trying to ruin my game.
No, I won't say that.
No, you have to use it because you run out of paper.
Oh, go on, yeah.
Physical or mental, is it?
Yeah.
Like personality trait?
Yeah, anything.
Bit of a
Yeah,
difference there.
yeah, massive 180 on that one.
I love listening to people, and I think
Yeah.
that I'm very grateful that I can soak up someone. So there you are. Oh, what's
Good
good?
listening.
I said personality.
There you are.
Yeah.
I said kindness.
Oh,
Show 'em what
what
you
was the
said
first
first.
one?
As I said, lifelong.
Namaste.
What is Michael's dream job?
Ooh.
You won't be able to read my handwriting, so you can't.
Michael's dream job.
That was very quick for someone who's...
Realistic dream job or like
Go dream.
Dream.
Everything is
Okay.
realistic.
That's a good one.
Ted.
A bit out there, but life coach.
Oh,
Life coach.
that is
I give a bit
realistic.
of Wim Hof. I give a bit of Michael Dwyer life coach. Starting today,
Follow me on
change your
Instagram.
life.
Change your life.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something a bit notiony about that. Yeah, go on, Ash.
President.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I
These
said late show host.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that'll be a good one. Except it'll be very long. Join us now, Friday night, for 3 days. Until Late Late Show.
Okay, this is the last one. What motto or inspiring quote does Michael live his life by?
There's only one,
Just
guys.
just pick one.
Yeah. Keep it simple. Keep it straightforward. Hashtag Instagram bio. Hashtag.
Stop giving clues.
Hashtag.
Oh.
We're losing Mark's attention span by the second.
Oh, I do like that one as well.
Can you see this?
No, I saw him actually.
Oh.
Live like 365. But
Got
when
it in
I'm
the
feeling
end.
more laid back, Ashton, it is a course.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Do you know what
Learn the
namaste
divine
means?
within
You're gonna
you.
have to get merch
Yes,
for both
yeah,
of them.
Yeah.
The light.
But
and
you know the
leaves
way
is
you
like
think
you.
it's kind of more
Is it?
Far East, it can be kind of anything. As in even the Catholic religion would take it. Like.
Take namaste.
Take
will you?
Even the
They-
Catholics would take it.
Honest to God,
They fucking take it. Let us have namaste.
Okay, Ashton won that obviously, but Mark did
you?
get a
I
point.
don't
You
think
can
so.
score, did you?
I think we were
Mark
both
got none until the end.
don't
I got the last
know
one.
you
Ashton
at all.
got 3.
don't know me at all. No, well, I like
Well,
to
Michael
keep-
doesn't even know him.
It's the mystery. Yeah, exactly. It's the
There.
mystery of life. Yes.
Thanks for taking part.
Well, thanks for coming up with that. That really raised the vibration, so to speak.
Yeah.
We're going very Pat Kenny now, raising the vibration with the hands. There you go. Do you know Dave McSavage and the Savage? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What else have we got here? I'd like to give a big shout out to Marc Halpin Fitness because I was with Marc Halpin Fitness on Friday night and I thoroughly enjoyed the experience. We did endurance strength training, did we, Mark?
Muscular endurance.
Muscular endurance training, and it was the most raw session. At the end we did bear crawls and I wasn't able to do the 3 minutes of it because I was absolutely exhausted. I would thoroughly recommend him, and he is now doing in-person sessions, so this is an advertisement.
Flex
for
your
Marc
muscles.
Halpin Fitness.
There you go. Look at that.
Look at his tan.
I didn't do that. Snapchat. So every say 3 to 4 weeks, I'll get a message from Michael on Snapchat of like 5 laughing faces or whatever, and I have no idea
So you sent
what's in context of. Because I'll send Michael Snapchats and he won't be on Snapchat for like 5 weeks, and then I have no idea what he was responding to. He'll open like 10 Snapchats in a row that I sent him.
Yeah, the funny one though was the Arklow, shout out to the Arklow people, is it? The Wicklow people. And their front page this week is a priest who's thanking God for returning to life following his ICU experience. And you said it's city other people getting vaccines. Just need a bit of God. Take it back
That
up.
man died twice because of COVID.
Twice?
He's still alive. He was in the furniture shop the other day. The priest.
He was in the furniture.
Yeah.
He was.
Oh, I got rid of that COVID. Need to go to help the furniture. Boom, boom.
He's got his life back, and that's how he goes.
Need to live again. Need a new suite of furniture.
Yeah.
So,
He was great. He's a real priestly air about him. Like, he talks really slowly. Like, I walk past him and he was sort of like, I didn't know he was even looking at me. And as I was walking past carrying something heavy, he goes, "And I hope you play hurling for Castletown." And I had to stop and just went, "Yes." And then I looked at him.
yeah, but what you told a joke, or you think he's very very much into the show before or something?
The showmanship. Yeah. Well, like, priests are entertainers, aren't they? Like, they do want to be the center of attention. Like they love it. It's not a bad thing, but they definitely have an air of celebrity about them. Maybe less now than years ago. They would have been the man about town, like. But they still have that showmanship.
All priests are Leos.
All priests are Leos.
Do you think there's a bit of Leo in them all?
Leo or what's the other one? Pisces.
You'd be a good priest. I think we know this last week, though.
We talked about it last week.
If you were a priest, I'd go to mass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they had a bit
There's
more
a
music,
thing
I'd go to mass.
I wouldn't.
Bit more singing.
Yeah, it's revealed last week about the deacon thing that you can be both a priest and a married man.
No.
Are more people going for that now?
Not really.
It's a bit of a cop-out, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit of a cop.
For which?
I'm just fascinated by. We're definitely going to hop in the car and we're going to Marc Patrick Hedderman because we need his latest book is just mind blowing. I sat down and read half an hour on Thursday and I was like, he's like, how does he see it? He's living alone in a monastery and he's kind of tapping on everything in society that is actually changing. That democracy has, totally transformed our interaction with institutions, be it the state, be it church, and how we see ourselves as human beings is totally transformed. And so it will be up to our institutions to change as well.
Change along with that.
Yes.
They have to adapt, don't they?
Like, even in his description of the role of the priest, that, we have always thought that, the priest is down here and the laity, because even if they're married, they're lesser. That, this hierarchy, and it just doesn't work like that.
No.
We're one, we're human beings, we're all mixed up in this messiness of life.
Yeah.
And just to see that that the role of our religious and the role of religion is going to become more embedded into how we live, rather than it'll become associated with our traditions, in that it's not going to be a case where everyone goes to Sunday Mass and is there something really wrong with that either?
No.
Because is it not more important that we cherish values? Like, actually, I took a numerous screenshots, but I could be going through them. But one of the things is, like, one of the duties, if you are interested in religion, would be to, make sure that every rule, every tradition has love at its heart. That it isn't built on discrimination. It isn't built on intolerance. It isn't built on hate. It isn't built on hierarchy. It isn't built on all these attributes that we think come from the material world, but really they're just human qualities that, if they're let loose, they can poison relationships, poison structures, poison. If you think someone is better than you, then you're on the downward path there.
Yeah.
It starts from a humble place of your own worth. I'm going everywhere now.
Oh, you're not. It's wrong to think of the church as bad. Like, I know that the bad things have happened and people are fallible, as you said, and evil people have done evil things to people who didn't deserve it, but that doesn't take away from the core values of it and what it's teaching, like about the rules of reciprocity and, like, kindness and the 10 Commandments and stuff like that. It's all values that I think if you were to start writing off the church for the wrong actions of a few, you're going to do yourself a disservice, because you're going to discredit all that other stuff that's behind it. The core values of it, and that are important to people. And having a religion or a connection to something higher, I think, is really important.
Yeah.
To not see yourself as this thing that's on its own, against these evil fucking overlords trying to teach you this way to become another cog,
Yeah. Well, I think the change, like, it's not that then we should all just row in behind the church. It's that everything should change together. I think that's how society should transform. Now, look, that's very idealistic and highbrow, and, like, take it or leave it, guys. But, like, it's just, there was something you said there that I wanted to draw back on. Oh yeah, like the institutions, like it is very difficult to say, oh yeah, you should respect religion even though there is a horrid past. But it's very hard to explain that just because the messenger was wrong doesn't mean that the message was wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's our challenge. But it's still, I think, simple ways, like, the crystals and little, like, I know we had the New Age wave, but, like, I just think if, like, it's whatever it is that encourages love and truth in society, that's the way forward.
And it's all good. Like crystals, fucking tarot, like Christianity, Muslims, Buddhism, meditation, all that. It's all connecting to something higher than yourself.
Yes.
It's to get you away from just me, just my ego. It's the rest of it out there. You're connecting with that through all of this stuff. And I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah. It needs to be a personal thing though, doesn't it? More than like a thing that's like you have to do in school, or you have to do because your mom and dad want you to do it. Like, it needs to be more of an optional part of you that you, like, choose to engage with religion or choose to engage with spirituality as, like, a self-development thing.
Yeah, what you're
Because I think people are, like, turning away from it all because of how they were brought up in Ireland.
Yeah.
like, I think a lot of it is relationship, how you relate with yourself and how
Yeah.
then you relate with other people. Like, even like when I have bad moments or whatever, it's because, or when I project on someone, what I've noticed recently, if I'm becoming irritated by someone else, it's a projection of something that I'm not happy with. And sometimes now when I'm feeling a certain way, I go, well, what am I projecting here? If I'm feeling irritated by someone, what is it that they're doing that's annoying me? Because it's really, I'm the root of it, you know. So, yeah, we're going very, very deep. I wasn't expecting this. I thought it'd be a light-hearted pod.
Keeping it light. Come on.
Keeping it light, yeah.
Pull it back,
Jazzy.
Michael.
Love. This is, all of this
Love is
comes
love
down
is
to
love.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love is love. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Pride, yeah.
Happy Pride, guys.
And see, this is the thing, when I started going out with Aislinn, I would have been very...
Okay.
I was going
No.
I should pull me around. Come over here, yeah.
Stop that.
We did say he was a new man, so.
Yeah. But I would have had a very narrow view of love, and it's something I regret. But like, love is love is love. Like, we live to love, and we love to live. Like,
Well, what's your definition of it?
I don't. What's yours? I'm going to throw it back on you because
Yeah.
I
It's
don't know.
competition.
I think it's to want
competition.
the best for others.
Oh,
To
that's
genuinely
lovely.
want other people to be happy and to grow and to want the best for them.
That's
I just think
lovely.
that's love.
Yeah, it's where you've a will to see the best for the other human being. That's but I would not have. That's just a quote I heard from years ago, but it's not. That's very true. I think it's just. There's a very Mother Teresa, I think, had a line that you know, if you love until it hurts, and keep loving, you'll find that there's no hurt, and it's like a little dilemma. And that's a very interesting one. So if you're hurt by someone or something, if you love that, then the hurt vanishes.
Yeah.
And it's a very powerful, very Mother Teresa quote. But like, I think there is a bit in that, you know, at our source, at our human being, when we leave this world, love is what unites us all. And yeah, that's if I was to raise the vibe and say, you know, that's what I go with, love. And I thought, yeah.
It has to come from within though as well, doesn't it? You have to give it in order to get it. You have to give it first.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you're complaining, oh, why won't this person love me? Why doesn't everybody love me? Why does nobody love me? Maybe you're not loving others.
Now, what does RuPaul say?
You gotta love
Asking
yourself
another person.
before you gotta love
What is
anyone else.
it? Fuck, I can't remember now. Yeah. If you can't
How
love
are you
yourself,
gonna-
how
how
the
the
hell are you
hell-
going to
yeah.
love someone else?
Yeah.
So you have to love yourself first. You can't give from an empty cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. But, and as well as that, it's very linked to gratitude, of course, as everything is. There's this, you know, we come back to gratitude a lot.
Namaste.
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 But like, what you do in your gratitude is when you go down to the elemental of, I'm grateful I have 2 feet, I'm grateful I have 2 hands, I'm grateful I can talk, you know, then things start to change.
Yeah.
Your view of the world and how
Yeah, isn't it mad? Like, we are so privileged to have these lives. Do you ever think about that? Like, to be like born into one of the 10% countries with like nice families and nice houses, and to like present in a way that's like socially acceptable when you walk down the street and stuff, like little things like that. It's only in the last few years I've started to realize that like that's what being like blessed is, like that people, that you're accepted for how you are, and like not everyone is born into that same privilege.
Yeah. And not only that, but you have all those things and you have all your functional capabilities. You're not blind, you're not deaf, you're not sick, you're none of those things on top of that. Like, and those are core values, obviously, but it just keeps going up the more things you can be grateful for.
Do you think
The more
these
things you
shared, you both obviously both share this worldview, and I know you're in the early stages of your relationship, but do you think that relationship?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's not what
No, it
this
is,
is.
Sorry. Buddies?
Pals.
Friends.
Yeah.
Yes. 4 friends here. In the early stages of your friendship, do you think that this early...
No, I was only messing.
I know. But
We are
still.
going out.
Oh, right.
The big reveal.
Big reveal. But do you think that this worldview, this similar worldview, has strengthened your ability to form a friendship and a bond?
Yeah.
It does. You have to be friends or get along with people that share the same beliefs as you, I suppose.
All our early dates were just us talking about big things.
Big things, really.
Big topics.
Big ideas.
Big, like, yeah.
I find that so interesting. Like, when we started talking, it was phone calls till 5 o'clock in the morning. It was crazy things
Yeah, and then I got up and went into placement at 7.
for a 12-hour shift.
Nursing
She must like
101.
it.
It was mad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old were you? 20?
Not
No,
even.
19.
19.
Jesus,
Jesus.
yeah.
Mm.
There you are now. We're both diving in. But it is funny that relationships, they do give a great source of stability and strength.
Well, I hope so.
You're both just nodding.
Giving nothing away.
Giving nothing away.
Yeah, I think you need to be with someone who has the same kind of moral compass as you. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't be with anyone who's like not open-minded. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But still, if you had said that I was not open-minded a few years ago, it's weird. It just kind of changes with time, I suppose.
Yeah.
When you give space
Experience.
and trust in yourself, I suppose.
Yeah.
Trust is a lot to do as well. But it's actually coming back to what you said about, like, I know that what you said about love, I actually think that I love how seeing Robbie and Orla, how, you know, when you can tell that two people really back each other, even though you don't, that you know, that common source, and that you bind together and you grow together as a result. I think that's one of the greatest strengths of a fruitful relationship as well.
They challenge you as well. They challenge you to be better, to think differently, because you can get caught up in your own mind and you think you're correct about everything. And then they can say something or argue with you, like, oh, I see that differently. I can see where the fault is there, like, you know?
Yeah.
Women are always right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said to my housemate recently, because I was like, we don't have fights, we have debates. And it's like, have you thought about it like this, though? You know,
It's like, I'll meet you in the garden in 10 minutes. I wear a suit. We'll have these two stands.
we'll have opening and closing statements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, when me and Bríd first started going out, there was just drag queens everywhere. I've never seen a drag queen. Well, not really in person anyway, but like, I wouldn't be exposed to it here at all.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like queer culture, and my bedroom reflects that in Dublin, because I was living in it alone and I still am. But yeah, there was drag queens everywhere. There was like a drag queen over my bed. I think my pajamas was the same drag queen on it. I had a doll. I had like a vinyl, Trixie Mattel vinyl everywhere. And Marc came in and he was like, why are you making, well, like, they're everywhere.
What is this? I'm being
What is this?
indoctrinated.
I was like, it's actually not about you.
Yeah. Are you going to start dressing up, Marc?
Yeah. I've
No,
already
stop.
started.
That's not what it's about.
Oh, apologies.
That's not what it's about.
Appropriating culture.
Yeah, come on, guys. We're better than that.
I see.
You up the gays.
Happy Pride.
The gals, the gays, and the days. Happy Pride, guys.
Yeah.
The Art Club A is back open. Gonna start sauning soon. Shout out.
Shout out to the North Wexford Tire Guzzlers, because
Yes.
they produced a sprint triathlon event yesterday, and they were fantastic, I'm sure. So,
Are you gonna start doing triathlons again soon?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. It wasn't that he was getting on to me there, but it was more that you think, oh no, the heat and the comfort, but sure, that's not what it's about. David Goggins is running through heat and all. You just have to do it, guys. You just have to. It's painful. Come on, Michael. Come on. So yes, Mark is the answer.
Yeah. Did you find you got sore after the last one, or injured or anything like that?
No,
Didn't deter you in any way?
no. It's just I can't imagine doing it in the heat, because you sweat so profusely. You
Yeah.
just sweat and sweat and sweat, and yeah.
Right.
But you just have to dig in and do it. And I got running shoes there recently from shout out to Amphibian King and Bríd.
Shout out.
Shout out.
We need to start getting sponsors if we're gonna
Yeah.
start.
Yeah. Bríd, would you tell us a joke?
I'll tell you a joke.
Jesus, way to put her on the spot,
What
Michael.
What was the one you told me?
The Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
You tell it better.
What's the difference between black eyed peas and chickpeas?
The colour?
It's a joke, like
It's a joke, it's not
I said
right.
Fergie.
The Black Eyed Peas can sing us a song, but chickpeas can only hum us one.
Oh! Very good. Very good.
No.
You're not a surprise session.
Tell the Willie Nelson one.
No, don't tell the Willie Nelson one.
Do you know who Willie Nelson is?
No.
He's a country singer.
He's a country singer.
No, don't tell the Willie Nelson one.
What's the worst thing you could hear when you're giving Willie Nelson a blowjob?
That's not really
I'm not Willie Nelson. I was thinking about changing that to Shane McGowan.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, shake it up.
That's dark.
Tell it again.
Cut
Tell
that
all
out.
the same people again.
Did you see Robbie sent us an article with an Amazon delivery driver where they punched an elderly woman. Basically, it was an argument based on someone said white privilege. Someone used a curse word, and then someone punched them. So they said that the woman may have suffered a broken nose. How can you might have suffered a broken nose? It's fairly nurse session.
Nurse session. It's either broke or it's not.
Yeah.
True.
Oh yeah, and this was going to spin off a discussion into online clothes deliveries. So obviously Amazon and DPD and all these lads are spinning around the countryside delivering clothes this weather.
Fast
Are you
fashion.
big into you're opposed to fast fashion? You like more sustainability, Bríd?
I try to shop sustainably when I can.
Right. How?
I still do like a bit of fast fashion, but I've cut down a good bit in the last few years from what I used to buy.
A bit of it is common sense, is it?
It's just like buying out of necessity rather than buying out of greed or want. Like I don't need a new pair of jeans every month or need like a new dress. Like I can wear a dress more than once and like stuff like that. Especially it's more of a thing for girls, I think, that you don't want to be seen to wear the same dress in front of the same people, or you
2 weeks in a row. Or,
2 weeks in a row, or like you think you need like the latest, I don't know, mom jeans or whatever. But like you can absolutely rewear the clothes you wore as a teenager if they still fit, or in your early 20s, and buy knickers and stuff as you need them. Buy what you need. Like it's all about reducing your consumption.
Wear
Agreed.
the same boxers for a week.
No,
That is not reducing
but actually,
your
yeah, and
consumption.
washing them less really helps the planet. If you don't wash your jeans every time you wear them.
Oh, the jeans thing, yeah. Bernard O'Shea did an article in the Irish Examiner about that. He didn't wash his jeans for 2 weeks.
Yeah, no,
And he
it's
froze
really
them
bad
instead.
to
Froze them.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know.
uses an awful lot of water to wash jeans.
Yeah, is that right?
To clean jeans properly, yeah.
Yeah. And then there was an article, thanks to James Mordaunt in our PT newsroom,
Shout out.
of Wales Online there, and it's a £54 bill for London fish and chips for 4, and it's sent a Yorkshire man into therapy, they said. But isn't that interesting how, sometimes we have a relationship between money and emotions that I can certainly have been guilty of this in the past, that I haven't wanted to spend things, I've been kind of mean. And, sometimes it's about trusting that, you'll have enough money for X, Y, or Z, and you don't need to be a cheapskate as such. Do you find that? Do you recognise the relationship between money and emotions, your relationship with it?
I found it recently when I got the car, I got sadder after I got a new car.
Really?
Why?
Because I started looking at other cars and someone would have a newer version of my car. And
Okay.
it would, it'd be an instinct, I'd be looking out for it. It's that
Yeah.
reticular activating system. And I was seeing it, I was like, oh fuck, that's newer than mine.
Yeah.
I got a new car, a nice car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't enough because I was in that frame of mind. I was thinking about cars, I was thinking about money. And it was making me sad. So I had to stop. I've stopped thinking about that now. And I've sort of started focusing on why that's not important and, expose myself more to things about my internal happiness as opposed to external.
It's very helpful, Marc.
But I know it was good. I was able to recognise it myself.
Yeah. That awareness. When I got it's a few years since I got my new car, but when I got it, I was constantly looking at reg plates. It didn't care about the car, but it was 132, 132.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
as you say, RAS.
Tune your brain into it.
Yeah.
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 It's a human.
Oh, certainly.
It's a flaw. It's something. It's competition. It's I'm not good enough. He's better than me. But nobody else cares except you.
Yeah.
Nobody else cares.
Yeah. I do think that. Oh no, we've discussed this before. The whole north-south sort of thing difference. They're a bit wilder down there.
Do you think so?
Yeah, definitely.
We're closer to Dublin. We're more cultured.
Yeah. But when you think about that, the north always looks up there to Dublin, as in we don't.
I'd know nothing about the south of Wexford, and I'd know more about the rest of the country than I would about Feathered or Banno or anywhere down there.
There's a crossroads near Kilmore, and they just put if they're on the way to a funeral, they put a cross and there's just this big mound of crosses. So this is what you're dealing with. No, it's just old traditions that you do not fucking let go of these traditions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's because there's an Old English element there, and the Old English are kind of more interesting because they retained their religion, but they maintained their Englishness, even though the English didn't really like them because they didn't change with their religion. So there's a lot of that going on. That's why I find it very interesting. So now we have had a very serious conversation. I would like to now introduce a random comedy segment where I talk about mushrooms. What's up with those guys?
They're fun guys.
They are fun. Oh. Now we're hurting. I don't like the taste of them really, but like, have you ever thought that like how close a mushroom that you buy in the supermarket could actually be a magic mushroom?
It could. And there's also mushrooms that can kill you.
Really?
Yeah. If you ingest them.
Really?
They'll kill you, yeah.
What do you think of mushrooms?
Mushrooms are halfway
I like
between an
mushrooms.
animal and a plant.
Yeah.
They respire like us.
Are they an organism?
Yeah, they are.
Ooh.
There's some
So
argument-
vegans can't have mushrooms?
Do you think
like
plants
honey.
have feelings when you kill them?
Yes.
Yeah, like trees and all, like, yeah. Trees are living things. I don't think they have
Yeah,
feelings,
no,
but
I
they
agree.
definitely have, like, something going on.
Yeah, no,
Something's going on in there.
Ramdas
They
always says
communicate.
we should
Yeah.
be trees. Like we should think of other
They
people
grow
as
to get,
trees.
like, to accommodate each other and stuff. Like, they're much more intelligent than
Yeah.
us.
So when we chop down a tree, we're killing something that's alive.
But so is every plant.
Every grass
Yeah.
is alive.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like vegans then shouldn't eat anything because everything's a living
Yeah,
thing.
it's like honey and stuff. Like, some vegans eat honey, some vegans don't.
More animals die from grain harvestation than there is from meat production.
This is the big one, isn't it? Fascinating. Fungi. But isn't it gas that like the same element of growth is
I thought
going
this
on
is the
all
light
around us?
section.
Yeah.
Comedy.
Kill
Come on,
plants.
okay, let's jazz it up again. Dance halls, they should bring those back.
Yes,
after the
I
pandemic
would
is
love
over.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Boys on the left, girls on the
Yeah,
right.
it's
Boom,
like the
boom,
old
boom.
Grail
DJ
talk.
Kino in the middle. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Yeah,
I'd love that.
we should.
In,
we
like the
should.
old Kylearn Hall or something. Like on the
Yeah,
stage.
yeah. But how will we? I think if anything is to change in the world, that will become more community based.
Yeah.
And I'm a big believer that like when I'm president, every community is going to have a community centre. Everything is going to be about the community. And you're going to go out and you're going to, hello Ballyhonus, and you're going to make sure that Ballyhonus is everything going right for it. There's no one being greedy with stuff. Everyone's sharing stuff. Pitches are being shared among all the teams. And, you know, we're going to build it from the grassroots up, guys.
People
Let's
that
go and
wanna
start
live-
with this podcast.
Yeah, people would want to live rural then. You know, there wouldn't be such a build up in the cities if it was nicer to live in rural communities.
Well, the focus is going to be on living. It's not like you can have it in the city as well. You know,
Yeah.
you don't.
But like if you got those if nice community setups all around the country, I think more people would be inclined to leave Dublin and all
yeah,
and go back to where they're from if it was it was more appealing.
yeah. Yeah, won't it be great when traffic jams are a thing of the past? I don't
Oh my
know
God,
how,
yes.
but like maybe we'll be
Drones.
flying to work or something with drones. Yeah,
Then
Drones
there
would
might be
dropping
traffic
off our
jams in the
deliveries.
sky.
Shane, you never thought of that.
How are you going
actually.
to get out of the sky? You have to land somewhere.
Yeah, wouldn't mind going back to AA Road Watch if they were doing drone watch. AA Drone Watch.
Bree shouted at Joe Duffy the other day.
I did. I didn't know it was though.
What do you think of Joe Duffy?
I like him. I love talk to Joe Liveline. I love
The voice in the
Liveline.
nation, really, isn't it? Your granny would
I hate
take a
it.
bullet for
Yeah,
Joe Duffy.
all my
hate it.
family hate it.
Yeah.
But I just love the drama.
It's
of it all.
just
The
moaning.
drama.
It's just
Yeah.
old women, generally older women, coming on being like, this is a really big problem. And you're like,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
They're really good at picking the Joe Duffy stories, though. Like
Yeah.
sometimes, like I'd say they get a million requests, but like it's the one they had this week was there was a structure on a canal, and the Waterways Ireland said that no, you couldn't have it because it was basically like a garden shade on a canal, so it doesn't qualify as a house. But other people have houses that they use on canals, so it's kind of like you're picking on us just because it doesn't look right, but you know other people are living there too.
Yeah.
So they pick the ones that are like, oh no.
Yeah.
We got you now. Look at us, Mr. Lively.
He stopped saying wash your hands.
Yeah, he stopped that yesterday,
And
wasn't
you know one of the nominations for what he should say instead was Namaste, 51551 Namaste.
He's Australian.
Yeah, let's pick another one. Tarmac. People in Ireland love tarmac. There's a thing with cyclists, and you know, and I understand it because if it's not comfy enough on the road and you have your backside, that you need a good smooth surface and you need the road tarmacked. But like, I think we should be grateful for what we have sometimes. You know, potholes are to come and go. We're in a rainy country, so guys, let's just embrace what we have when it comes to tarmac Adam, and let's not be greedy when it comes to it because yeah, this is just shout out to everyone. A little warning, calm it down.
On the tarmac or
On
the
the tarmac.
road,
You say
potholes?
lean into
Sorry, I'm
potholes.
really riled up here.
We all have nice cars, Michael. Lean into potholes.
No, it's just that like, do you not complain about road surfaces a lot?
Yeah.
Oh, then you do. All right.
Not to anyone, just to like Marc and my mum.
All right. No, it's just some people think that their road is the worst road ever, but like, really, guys, sometimes it isn't.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, like you're in a car in a.
But if you do want the
Concrete
nomination for the worst road in Ireland, it's definitely in Camolan towards Norrismount. You take a right, and it's not in the council's charge, and it's a fascinating road because it is like stepping back in time. It's probably 50 years ago. It's such an awful surface, very bumpy and uneven.
Interesting.
Yeah, actually, my granddad remembers when there was a stretch of road tarmac at him, and he said, someone said, they reckon the whole country will be covered in this stuff one day.
Aw, that's so
It
cute.
is. So yeah, we go one more of this random ones.
Cyclists.
No,
Cyclists.
don't do cyclists.
Gone. All
Out.
of them.
Cyclists out.
Ashley's out with the cyclists.
Yeah.
Too many of them.
Fucking find
There's just
something
no
else to do.
structure, like there's no infrastructure for cyclists anywhere.
But even
very
even
few
when there is
places.
infrastructure, they don't use it. There's cycle lanes, and the like professional cyclists won't go in cycle lanes
Yeah,
because they're for like leisure cyclists.
Yeah.
Cyclists.
we're not set up as a country for cyclists.
Hate cyclists.
Not like Amsterdam or somewhere,
Yeah, so they should wait until we have the infrastructure to start fucking cycling.
Yeah, it
Keep
wouldn't.
Roads are for cars.
Not for people on bikes.
Horse traps.
Traps, yeah.
What's your relationship with tractors?
It's Silas 2021.
Flat out.
Flat out. Well, I'm not because I'm fucking stuck behind the tractors. Yeah, there's a lot of tractors around here, a lot of fields. Stuck behind tractors. I'd say once or twice a day, yeah.
That's
happens.
only for a few weeks.
It's only for a few weeks. What's it
Leave
called?
the farmers alone.
Yeah, we'll leave the farms out. We'll just stick to the cyclists today.
Have to say that.
Yeah.
Don't drink oat milk. Drink real milk.
Oh.
Or coconut milk.
Or coconut milk or any of the other alternatives.
What is oat milk?
There's oat milk.
Don't drink oat
Yeah.
milk.
Don't drink oat milk.
Oh.
Drink real milk. Support farmers. They are this nation's backbone.
I know a vegan farmer. You should get him on.
Who's that?
A vegan dairy farmer. I'll give.
A vegan dairy farm.
He,
Wow.
he milks the cows like and he doesn't drink it.
That's a bit
That's a bit weird. Counterintuitive.
Yeah, I think he's. Yeah,
hypocritical.
I think he does anyway. He's also gay and gorgeous and sings.
Oh, gorgeous.
His
I
name's
like that
Dove
word.
Songs. Everybody.
There's a
look him
lot
up.
going on.
He is. He's a triple threat.
It's not even burn.
He's not even.
Shout out to the independent trailer. Will we read a passage from Liam?
Oh, yeah. Good
Where's the
idea.
book?
Where is
We
it?
have the book.
Oh,
Oh no,
we should.
we'll change it up for this week.
Oh,
We'll read the
wow.
book. A message from John Coyle. John Coyle. Right, Ash, would you like to pick a number?
63.
Ah, you legend. I thought you were going to say 69. That was so stupid. Sorry, guys.
The story you write for yourself in your head matters more than what actually has happened. It is never the event, but the interpretation of the event that dictates your feelings.
No.
Very simple.
Namaste.
Simple.
Namaste. Happy Pride.
Fear and doubt. Cast them out. Thanks, John.
We've been Paper Tuesdays.
We've been Paper Tuesdays. Thanks very much.
This has worked.
Yeah.
I think we'll have you back, girls.
I don't think I'm coming back.
Oh,
We won't be back on their podcast anyway because we were fucking awful when we were on
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Oh
you
my
were
gosh.
dog shit
We were
online.
very bad.
You didn't prepare anything and you had
No.
2 months.
We all
did we?
You said at least 6 weeks.
All right.
we have a lot going on.
But still, there's a lot of pop culture things. Do you know about this? No.
Yeah, no, these were the wrong guests.
Yeah, we don't need
But
to-
Shane did, or Fanula said, I have to stop inviting people on that I fancied. So I have,
Oh, because you've got the one.
because it worked.
What's that Celine Dion one?
The wind beneath my wings.
Only one.
Oh yeah, you're the one I want. Is that not Shania Twain?
Should I try?
Pop culture.